Ladies and gentlemen, confidence is not a gift. We build it, shape it, and practice it. Unstoppable confidence doesn't mean you'll never doubt yourself. It means you take action even with doubt standing in front of you. Today, I want to share with you 10 powerful practices that will help you develop confidence so strong, so unshakable, that nothing can stop you from becoming the person you were meant to be. Let me ask you a question. If you spoke to your best friend the way you speak to yourself, would they still want to be around you? Most of us are our own worst critics. We beat ourselves down mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually, without even realizing it. That inner dialogue, that constant stream of self-talk running in the background of your mind, has the power to either lift you up or break you down. Every time you think, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, you're planting a seed of doubt in your subconscious. And over time, that seed grows roots. It becomes your belief system, and belief, whether negative or positive, becomes your reality. Your mind listens to everything you say to it, whether it's true or not. So why not make that voice empowering instead of limiting? Speaking to yourself like a champion means becoming your own greatest supporter, your own loudest cheerleader, and your own most reliable friend. It means shifting your internal narrative from one of fear to one of power. It's about intentionally using words that affirm your strength, your intelligence, your creativity, and your worth, even when you don't fully believe it yet. Start by becoming aware of your internal language. When you catch yourself saying something self-destructive like "I always mess things up," stop and reframe it. Say instead, "I'm still learning, and every mistake brings me closer to success." Replace "I'll never be confident" with "Confidence is a skill, and I'm building it every day." And don't just think these things. Say them out loud. Speak them into existence. Your voice has power. When you declare strength over your life, your body listens. Your posture changes. Your energy shifts. Your entire presence becomes different. You must also develop mantras or affirmations that align with the person you are becoming. For example, I am bold. I am resilient. I am growing stronger every day. I trust myself. I back myself. I believe in myself. No matter what happens, I will rise again. Say these first thing in the morning. Say them when you're doubting yourself. Say them before every big meeting, before every challenge, before you step out the door. Because here's the truth. The most important conversations you will ever have are the ones you have with yourself. If you don't speak to yourself with belief, no one else's words can fill that gap for you. Confidence begins with communication. Internal, intentional communication that fuels your fire instead of smothering it. And when you begin to speak to yourself like a champion, something powerful happens. Let's get one thing straight. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite it. Fear is not your enemy. In fact, fear is often the signal that you're about to grow. The problem is, most people spend their lives running from it instead of walking through it. Imagine fear like a wall between you and your goals. On the other side of that wall is everything you want: success, growth, fulfillment, strength, impact. And the only way to break through that wall is by doing the very things that scare you. This is where confidence is born, not in comfort, but in courageous action. So how do you build unstoppable confidence? By making it a daily practice to face fear head on, not all at once, not with massive, reckless leaps, but with small, intentional steps that gradually expand your comfort zone. Ask yourself, what is one thing I've been avoiding out of fear? What action have I delayed because I felt unready or unqualified? What conversation, opportunity, or change am I scared to confront? Then make it a mission. Do one thing today that makes your heart race. It doesn't have to be something dramatic. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting. Maybe it's going to the gym alone. Maybe it's applying for that job, posting that video, or finally telling someone how you really feel. Even a tiny act of bravery creates a ripple effect. Each time you face fear and survive, your brain learns a powerful truth. I can do hard things. That truth compounds. It becomes confidence. Think of the most confident people you know. They weren't born fearless. They trained themselves to dance with fear, to use it as fuel, to turn the adrenaline into action. They conditioned their minds to associate fear with opportunity instead of danger. The key is consistency. Confidence doesn't come from one big, bold moment. It comes from thousands of small wins stacked on top of each other. You don't wait to feel brave, you act, and then the bravery comes. Action first, feeling second. So make a habit of it. Every morning, challenge yourself. What fear will I face today? Because every time you confront fear, even in the smallest way, you chip away at self, doubt, and build the unshakable belief that nothing can stop you. Confidence isn't built by luck, it's built by integrity. Not just how honest you are with others, but how honest you are with yourself. If you want unstoppable confidence, then you need to become someone you can count on. That begins with one powerful habit: keeping promises to yourself. Think about it. How do you feel when someone constantly breaks their word? You stop trusting them, right? You stop relying on them. Their words lose meaning. Now ask yourself, what happens when you do that to you? Every time you say you'll wake up early but hit snooze. Every time you plan to go to the gym but don't show up. Every time you say you'll start that project but keep pushing it off. You're sending a subtle but powerful message to your brain. I can't trust myself. And here's the dangerous part. Your subconscious listens. It keeps a record. Over time, this self-betrayal chips away at your confidence, your self-worth, and your ability to believe that you're capable of anything. But the reverse is just as powerful. When you honor your commitments, even the small ones, you send a completely different message to your mind. I follow through. I'm reliable. I do what I say I will do. That's where real confidence begins, not from external validation, but from deep self-trust. Start small. Don't make 50 promises to yourself at once. Begin with just one. Say, I will drink more water today. I will read for 10 minutes before bed. I will write 1 page. I will walk for 15 minutes. Keep it manageable. Keep it specific, and then honor it like a sacred vow. The more you follow through, the stronger your inner voice becomes. It goes from maybe to absolutely. It goes from I don't know if I can to I know I will. That's not ego, that's evidence. You're not guessing anymore. You're proving through daily action that you are disciplined, focused, and worthy of trust. This creates a feedback loop. You trust yourself more, so you take on bigger challenges. You succeed at those, and your confidence multiplies. Over time, you develop a kind of quiet, grounded power, the kind that doesn't need to shout because it has nothing to prove. The world will always test you. But if you're solid with yourself, if you know deep down that you show up, even when it's hard, then nothing outside of you can shake what's inside of you. Confidence is not a gift. It's not something someone else can give you. It's a contract you keep with yourself. One of the greatest confidence boosters in the world is competence. When you become exceptionally good at something, you automatically walk differently, talk differently, and think differently. You don't have to tell the world you're confident. Your mastery speaks for you. We live in a world that constantly tells us to do more, be more, juggle everything. But real power comes from going deep, not wide. Instead of being average at 10 things, choose to become elite at 1. That's where real confidence is born. Ask yourself, what is one skill I could master that would change the game for me? It could be public speaking, writing, coding, sales, fitness training, leadership, painting, editing videos. Anything that aligns with your purpose or passion. The skill doesn't matter as much as the commitment to master it. Why does this matter? Because when you master a skill, you own your value. You know you can deliver. You don't need to explain or defend yourself. Your results speak louder than any words. Let's take an example. Imagine two people walk into a room. One knows a little about everything but doubts their abilities. The other has spent years sharpening one skill until it's razor sharp, who commands attention, who walks in with calm certainty. The one who knows what they bring to the table. That's the power of mastery. And here's the beautiful truth. Mastery is a choice. It's not about being born talented. It's about showing up every day, pushing a little further, staying in the game when others quit. Mastery is built through repetition, failure, correction, and persistence. There's a quiet confidence that comes from knowing, I've studied this, I've practiced this, I've failed at this, and gotten better. I've done the reps others skipped. That confidence doesn't just apply to that one skill, it spills over into everything else you do. Suddenly, you trust your ability to learn. You trust your ability to perform under pressure. You believe in your work ethic, and that belief becomes the foundation of unstoppable confidence. And don't worry about being the best in the world. That's not the goal. The goal is to be better than you were yesterday, because every minute you invest in yourself is a deposit into the bank of belief. And one day, when life tests you, you'll draw on that balance and realize you've become unshakable. So stop scattering your energy. Pick a lane. Go deep. Because when you master one thing, you begin to believe you can master anything. Your mind is the command center of your life. Everything you believe, everything you do, every decision you make, it all begins in your mind. And just like your body needs healthy food to grow strong, your mind needs powerful input to grow confident. Here's the truth. You become what you consume. The thoughts you think, the content you watch, the conversations you engage in. They all shape the way you see yourself and the world. If you're constantly consuming negativity, comparison, fear, or doubt, don't be surprised when your confidence shrinks. Think about how often you scroll through social media and see perfect bodies, perfect lifestyles, perfect success stories. What you don't see is the pain, the process, the failures behind the scenes. But your brain doesn't filter that, it just starts whispering, you're not good enough, you're behind, you'll never have what they have. That's why you have to protect your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. So what does it mean to feed your mind with power? It means being intentional about what you allow in. It means filling your head with truth, growth, and belief instead of fear and comparison. It means choosing content that fuels your fire, not smothers it. Here's how you do it. Read books that challenge your thinking, grow your skills, and inspire your spirit. Biographies of people who have overcome incredible odds. Books on mindset, business, health, purpose, whatever area you want to improve. Listen to podcasts or watch videos that empower you. Find voices that make you feel stronger, more capable, more focused. Avoid gossip, drama, or content that glorifies superficial success and undermines authentic growth. Speak with people who believe in themselves and in you. Join communities that lift you higher. One empowering conversation can spark more confidence than 100 likes on social media. Practice daily input rituals. Start your mornings with powerful affirmations, motivational videos, or quiet reflection. Before you let the outside world in, build a fortress of belief inside. Because here's the thing, your brain is always listening. Whether you feed it doubt or determination, fear or faith, strength or weakness, it doesn't argue. It accepts whatever you give it and builds your reality based on that. So make it your mission to nourish your mind with bold, positive, confident energy. You wouldn't feed your body junk food all day and expect to feel amazing. So why feed your mind garbage thoughts and expect to feel powerful? Confidence is not just a personality trait. It's a mindset, and mindsets are built by what you put in every single day. Your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits, and your habits become your identity. If you want to become unstoppable, you must first start by feeding your mind like a warrior. There's a famous quote, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." And when it comes to building unshakable confidence, this couldn't be more true. Look around you. Who's in your circle? Who do you talk to, text, follow, or spend energy on? Are they people who lift you higher, or people who pull you down? Are they people who challenge their fears, or people who constantly complain and settle? Because here's the reality: confidence is contagious, and so is fear. When you surround yourself with bold, driven, growth-minded people, their energy becomes yours. You absorb their mindset, their habits, and their perspective. You begin to normalize action, ambition, and belief. Suddenly, setting goals doesn't feel strange. Taking risks doesn't feel reckless. It feels expected. On the flip side, if your environment is filled with negativity, doubt, excuses, and fear, you'll find your own self-belief shrinking. Not because you aren't capable, but because the people around you are speaking limitation into your life every single day. Let's make this clear. You don't need to cut people out of your life to grow, but you must become intentional about who you spend your emotional energy on. You need people in your corner who celebrate your wins without jealousy, push you when you're slipping into comfort, believe in you when you don't believe in yourself, live boldly, so you're constantly inspired to level up, seek out boldness. That means finding mentors, coaches, or even online role models who are ahead of you. It means joining communities, whether online or offline, where confidence, growth, and courage are the norm. Want to speak better? Hang around great communicators. Want to think bigger? Befriend entrepreneurs, creatives, or leaders. Want to be more consistent? Surround yourself with disciplined, purpose-driven people. Remember this: your environment is either shaping you or shrinking you. There's no neutral. It's either helping you rise or causing you to play small. So if you truly want unstoppable confidence, you must be bold enough to build a bold circle, a tribe of warriors, people who aren't perfect, but who refuse to stay stuck. People who fail, fall, get back up, and do it all again with more fire than before. Confidence doesn't grow in isolation. It grows in environments that breathe life into it. So aud it your circle. Elevate your circle. And if you can't find a bold community, be the first one. Because when you walk in boldness, others will follow. Perfection is a myth. It's a trap. It's a silent killer of dreams and one of the biggest enemies of confidence. If you wait until everything is perfect, your skills, your appearance, your timing, your plan, you'll be stuck in the same place forever. So many people never take the first step because they are afraid they won't do it perfectly. They fear being judged, making mistakes, or failing in front of others. But here's the truth: confidence isn't built in perfection. It's built in progress. Think about a baby learning to walk. The baby doesn't fall once and say, "Well, I guess I'm not cut out for this." They fall a lot, they wobble, crash, and cry, but they also keep going, and with each attempt they improve. They don't care how they look. They don't care what people think. They care about getting up. That's progress. That's how we grow. So ask yourself, are you waiting to be perfect before you try? Are you holding back because you don't want to be seen failing? Are you putting pressure on yourself to have it all figured out before you even begin? Because if so, you're not protecting your confidence. You're paralyzing it. Real confidence grows when you learn to love the journey. When you celebrate effort over outcome. When you understand that every mistake is not a failure, but a lesson, a step forward, a clue on the path to mastery. Here's what people get wrong. They think confident people are confident because they never mess up. That's false. Confident people are confident because they messed up and kept going anyway. They gave themselves permission to be imperfect while they improved. That's the key. So shift your mindset. Replace perfection with progress. Instead of asking, was that perfect? Ask, did I grow today? Instead of aiming to impress, aim to improve. When you do that, you take back your power from fear. Here are a few powerful ways to practice this. Track your growth. Keep a journal of small wins, even if they seem insignificant. Over time, those small wins compound into big confidence. Celebrate your effort. Even if you didn't succeed, did you show up? Did you try? That's worth more than waiting on the sidelines. Embrace being a beginner. It's not weakness. It's a bold decision to evolve. Be kind to yourself. Replace harsh self-talk with encouragement. You're a work in progress, not a finished product. Perfection focuses on what's missing. Progress focuses on what's moving, and movement, however messy, is the fuel of unstoppable confidence. So let go of the pressure to be flawless. Give yourself room to fall, room to learn, room to rise. Because confidence doesn't come from getting it right every time. It comes from refusing to quit, no matter what. You've heard the saying, dress for success. But this goes far deeper than just clothes. It's not about fashion or following trends. It's about the energy and confidence you carry when you intentionally present yourself to the world. The truth is, how you dress affects how you feel, and how you feel affects how you act. This is called enclothed cognition, a psychological concept that proves the clothes we wear actually influence our performance, mood, and mindset. Have you ever noticed how you feel sharper in a suit? More energized in workout clothes, more empowered when you wear something that truly fits and expresses your identity. That's not a coincidence. It's the science of confidence in action. Now, let's be clear. This isn't about impressing others. It's about aligning your appearance with your identity. It's about showing up as the best version of yourself, even before you fully believe in that version. When you dress the way you want to feel, you send a signal to your brain. I take myself seriously. I value who I am and where I'm going. I'm not waiting to succeed. I'm already on the path. This doesn't mean you need expensive clothes or designer labels. It means being intentional, choosing outfits that make you feel bold, ready, and in control. It's about standing in front of the mirror and seeing someone who looks like a leader, a creator, a warrior, a person who's not afraid to take up space. Here's how you can apply this powerful practice. Dress with purpose every day, even if no one is watching. Whether you're working from home or going out, choose clothes that uplift you, not ones that keep you invisible. Clean up your self-image. Are you wearing your goals, or are you hiding behind old versions of yourself? Dress like the person you're becoming, not the one you're leaving behind. Use clothing as a ritual for confidence. Before a big meeting, a speech, or a personal challenge, wear something that empowers you. Think of it as putting on your armor, and it's not just about clothing. It's your grooming, your posture, your hygiene, your presence. When you take care of how you look, you're taking care of how you feel. You send a message to the world. I respect myself. I'm here to win. And don't underestimate the effect this has on others either. People treat you differently when you look like you value yourself. Opportunities open, doors unlock, respect rises. Not because you changed who you are, but because you started owning it visibly. So stop waiting for some magical future where you'll deserve to dress sharp, feel proud, and carry yourself with confidence. Start now. Start today. Dress the way you want to feel, because you are already becoming that person. Before you become something on the outside, you must first see it on the inside. Visualization is one of the most underrated but most powerful tools for building unstoppable confidence. It's not just daydreaming. It's not wishful thinking. It's a deliberate practice that elite athletes, world-class performers, and successful leaders around the world use to shape their mindset and their results. Here's the truth. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you repeatedly visualize yourself succeeding, leading, speaking boldly, walking confidently, or conquering challenges, you are training your brain to believe it's possible. You're creating a mental blueprint of the future you want. Confidence isn't just about what you do. It's about who you believe you are. Visualization helps you reprogram your identity by showing your subconscious mind a powerful image of the person you're becoming. Here's how to do it effectively. Step 1. Get clear on your confident self. Close your eyes and ask yourself, who do I want to become? How does that version of me walk into a room? How do they speak, think, move, and lead? What energy do they give off? Be as specific and detailed as possible. See the clothes you're wearing, the way people respond to you, the calm confidence in your body language, the ease in your voice. Step 2. Make it a daily habit every morning, before the noise of the world enters your mind. Take a few minutes to mentally rehearse your success. Visualize yourself delivering the speech, crushing the meeting, speaking up, smiling confidently, getting the results you want. Don't just see it, feel it. Let your body experience the emotion of winning, the pride, the relief, the joy. This emotional charge tells your brain, this is who I am. Step 3. Pair it with action. Visualization is not a substitute for action. It's a partner to it. You visualize to plant the belief, then you act to water it, to prove it, to solidify it when doubt shows up, and it will go back to that vision. Remind yourself of the version of you that's already done this. Let that image pull you forward when fear tries to hold you back. Here's the powerful part. The more you visualize, the more natural it becomes to show up that way in real life. You'll walk into that interview or that stage or that confrontation not thinking, can I do this? But believing, I've done this before. Because in your mind, you have. Confidence is not just built in reality. It's rehearsed in imagination first. So create that mental movie. Play it daily. Let it become your truth. Because if you can see it clearly, you can become it fully. If there is one single practice that sets confident people apart from everyone else, it's this. They don't wait for the perfect plan. They don't wait to feel ready. They don't wait for all the stars to align. They act anyway, boldly, imperfectly, and consistently. Because here's the truth most people never realize. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes because of action. You don't wake up one day magically believing in yourself. You build that belief every time you take a step forward, even when you're scared or unsure. Every time you take bold, imperfect action, you send a powerful message to your subconscious mind. I am capable. I am courageous. I can handle this. It doesn't matter if you stumble. It doesn't matter if it's messy. What matters is that you moved, you dared. You did something most people are too afraid to do. The problem is, many people are paralyzed by the need to be perfect. They want the speech to be flawless, the business plan to be airtight, the video to be viral, the timing to be just right. But perfection is a myth. It's a mask that fear wears to stop you from starting. The truth is, confidence grows in the doing, not the thinking. You don't need a perfect strategy. You need momentum. Because momentum builds motivation, and motivation builds belief. Here's how to apply this mindset shift in real life. Start before you're ready. You will never feel 100% ready. Take the leap anyway. Send the email, launch the project, make the call, speak up. The timing will never be perfect, but your moment is now. Aim for progress, not perfection. Stop waiting to get it right, and just get it going. You can always course correct. You can always learn and refine, but you can't improve what you never start. Embrace the mess. You're going to make mistakes. That's how you learn. Own them. Learn from them. Keep moving. Each mistake is a stepping stone to mastery. Take small but courageous steps daily. You don't need to change your life overnight. Just take one bold step each day, even a tiny one. Over time, those small, imperfect actions add up to massive transformation. The most successful, confident people you admire, they're not fearless. They've just trained themselves to move despite fear. They understand that action is the antidote to doubt, that motion creates clarity, that forward movement, no matter how awkward, always beats standing still. So stop overthinking. Stop asking for permission. Stop waiting for validation. Confidence is not built in your mind, it's built in your movement. Every time you take action, you build proof. And every time you build proof, you build belief. And when belief stacks up, doubt has no room to survive. So take the shot, send the message, speak the truth. Try the thing, do it boldly, do it imperfectly, because that's exactly how confidence is born.